This is the most fun that I've had since March. Trust me. A lot of spirit on our field today, starting with just the stretch to begin with. I thought our habits looked good. We did not go very long. We're wanting to gauge where we are. You worry about soft tissue injuries, meaning muscle pulls and strains. So we're going to measure the needle and start moving the needle. We've got time. We're 36 days out before we're going to play a game, so we're not worried about a game. We're focused on Duke. I thought a lot of spirit on defense, a lot of spirit on offense. I loved our kicking game work today. And so we got a lot of young players with some very good veteran players on this team, so the energy was absolutely outstanding. I want to mention this before I move on. We do have two players that have made tough decisions that they just weren't comfortable with playing in the environment of this virus, and we certainly support them in every way. The two great young men, Jacob Bremer, an offensive lineman from Milan, Tennessee, and then Ben Wyatt, been our starting deep snapper from Charlotte. That will be finishing school and doing the things they've got to do there. And again, we support those types of decisions, and all of them know that, and they will stay on scholarship until they finish their degrees this coming spring. So with that, I'll take your questions.
All right, let's go to Steve.
Hey, Coach. First of all, not having your long snapper, I know you're a stickler for special teams. How can you go about making sure that group is still strong without a veteran that you were counting on?
Well, John Taylor has started for us in the field goal and extra point snap the entire season a year ago. He knows our entire operation in punt. He can direct traffic out there. He's talented. We're very, very fortunate. I think Ben, in fact, knew that he wasn't just walking away and leaving us high and dry. And we've got a couple of young people that are here that are deep snappers and showing some promise. So I always will also go through at some point during camp our squad, Steve. If something happened, God forbid, injury, we'll have a few position players that are capable of doing it. So always carry an emergency guy when we're on the road in that regard also. But I feel good about John, really good about John.
All right, let's go to Aaron.
Hey, David. Most times when you've had an off season, you've had times to watch guys in spring and the normal routines of things. You probably have a very good handle on what to expect with your team. I'm curious, is it a harder thing to get a read on kind of your starting point in camp and what type of team you could be at the end of camp because of everything that's been altered in this off season?
Yeah, there's no question that you're kind of restarting everything. We're fortunate that we do have a lot of veterans at certain places, so you're very comfortable with them. The first thing I would tell you is that we were really somewhat surprised at how good a shape our team came back in when they came back in July 12th. That's a great sign. It's important to them. We'd heard different things around the country. Some of them said it was 50-50, 40-60. Really, right at 98% of ours had done what we expected them to do. That helps. But we still have a lot of questions that have to be answered. I mean, obviously I don't have a precedence for this, so I have been really scratching my head, making different types of practice schedules, how we're doing this. We use science. We've got heart rate monitors. We've got player load monitors. I'm going to study it, and I'm going to see how far we can actually literally physically move that needle without soft tissue injuries or without overheating someone. I had concern going in. I told Hap, these guys have not spent as much time outdoors, and I know all you all would agree with this. When you're in a stay-home order, you're in air conditioning a great percentage of the time, much more than what they've done in the past. So we've tried to acclimatize them since July 12th to heat, and they've done a good job with it, but I'm going to keep my eye on that as well. what the offense is going to be like? Is that what you asked?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited about our offense. It all starts up front. I think we have a very competitive circumstance up front. We've got some good players. We have some depth. I'm anxious to see just how good that front can be. They will dictate what you can do. Greg Fry's done a great job without the benefit of a spring practice. He's taught via Zoom. So from an assignment standpoint, a technique standpoint, we really are off to a good start day one. But if you look at our team at running back, tight end, at receiver to some degree, we're not as veteran at receiver, but I can tell you we're talented there. I think our skill people are exceptional. We just got to make sure we get this quarterback thing right, and that's going to be a competitive nature. Not displeased at all with the start of any of them today. There's no news there other than just they all need a lot of work. But I think we're going to have an exciting offense. And again, the line will tell us what we need to do. And then we got skilled people, and we got to put them in the best positions they can be in to be successful.
All right, let's go to Jim Sumner.
That's a very good muted question.
Jim, we can't hear you.
You want me to just make up an answer?
All right, let's go back to Sammy.
Jim, I would say that you're exactly right. Absolutely agree with you 100%.
David, I was just wondering, how much discussion did you have with the players before they came in to kind of ease their concerns about the virus stuff, and how much did it ease their concerns to the fact that you guys have one of the best medical facilities in the country there?
Well, I think that absolutely eased their mind. They know exactly what our protocol is, what the process is. We've really done a great job of trying to make sure that the parents were comfortable with the protocol. We were honest with them, forthcoming, and that's what you have to do. It's all about information and communication. I don't know how many team meetings and parent meetings we had throughout March, April, May, and June, and even early July right before they came back. So I think there's a confidence level there. And I told them it is about trust, but we're all about trust. I trust our medical people within the department. Hap Zarzo and his staff are phenomenal. Our doctors within our department are phenomenal. And then infectious disease at Duke, Dr. Cameron Wolf, Debbie Anderson, those guys, I spoke with them myself. I wanted to be educated. I wanted to do what the best practices were. Everybody's learning, and I'm not afraid to admit that we're learning more each day, but we're responding. And the key is that you can make a mistake when you start. So, we better do this better with masking. We better do this better with distancing. We got to make sure but you have to respond. And we've done that well, and I think that's made our players feel really comfortable.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, we'll close things out here. One last question from Aaron.
David, you said the quarterbacks, you gotta get that right, and that there's no news there, but it's only you only had the limited time one. But in the off season of studying film and meetings and all those things, did you like what you saw from the guys that are in the mix?
Yeah, there's no question that Chris Katrinik, because he's a veteran, to be honest with you, I was blown away by Chris in that regard as to where he was in understanding defensive football. He had not wasted his time during this pandemic stay-home time. He had really become a student of the game, understood it. It was good to have he and Gunner, who had been involved, but it was awesome that Chase was committed to it. Luca Diamont, our walk-on quarterbacks have been phenomenal. And so we've used that as a real teaching tool. I can't tell you how many meetings I had with them that they're focused. Our meetings in Zoom, they're sitting straight up, feet flat on the floor, taking notes. We ship them notebooks. So I've been very pleased with the mechanics of it. We're doing some things differently and new. as you might imagine. So there is some relearning for all of the guys that have been here, getting a little bit more used to me. But yeah, I'm excited. But what I told them, I said, you know, now it comes to getting it done on the field. And if you want to be the all-time quarterback on the playground at school, guess what you better do? Better throw it better than everybody else. Otherwise, you don't get to be the all-time quarterback. Y'all been through that before, right? It's fun. I'd much rather be quarterback than running around some quarterback can't throw it. All right. Jim, again, I agree 1,000% with your question, man. It's all good. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Look forward to hopefully sooner than later seeing you all in person. And I hope you enjoyed Art's virtual lunch today. See you.